Riley from those Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and we are pleased to have basketball for you here at a pretty good, almost packed house here at the Bank United Center. Those are your starting lineups. First for the home squad, the Miami Hurricanes, going with the 3-guard, 2-forward look. Jessica Thomas, Adrienne Motley, Soraya McGuire, Jacini Williams, a great rebounder. We'll look out for her to crash the boards, and Laura Quevedo on Miami's side. We'll get to Notre Dame's in just a moment. Well, the Fighting Irish have won 6 straight since their lone loss of the season to UConn. And outside of that, it's been business as usual for Muffin McGraw's team. A lot of winning, a lot of dominating. We'll get to the numbers throughout the broadcast. Notre Dame on your screen in the all blue with the gold and white trim. Miami, of course, in the home white tops and pants. It'll be Turner inside. That ball swatted away. And we'll just say out of bounds off Miami. No foul there. Your officials, Eric Bruton, Dan Outlaw, and Kevin Sparrick, a 3-man crew tonight. Notre Dame leads the series 15-3 all time, 7-1 here in Coral Gables. A nice under the basket look and finish by Madison Cable, getting the start tonight, Ruth.
Yeah, Madison Cable starting, giving us a 4-guard look as well with Taya Reimer out of the lineup for the game. That's
a big loss, Taya Reimer, as Adrienne Motley chucks up a long one. That did not find any net, but Jacini Williams pulls down the board. You know, Jacini, a huge rebounder for Miami, gives him a second shot. And Jessica Thomas, the second leading scorer on this Miami team, puts it through.
And Miami is really good at offensive rebounding. It's going to be something Notre Dame's going to have to look at, really boxing out on the defensive end.
You know, Jacini Williams has started every game this year, 6 boards and 5 points a game. You average more boards than points, you're a pretty darn good rebounder. As it looks like we got a reach-in foul coming up here.
A lot of attention. Jewel's going to get a lot of attention. She's playing at a really high level right now, averaging over 20 points a game, one of the leading scorers in the nation. And as defenders, you're going to have an eye out for her wherever she's out on the floor.
Well, there's an eye out on Muffin McGraw, who's done an outstanding job at Notre Dame. 677 wins, 219 losses. She's won 75% of her basketball games. Jewel Lloyd with a rare air ball shot for the top scorer on Notre Dame. And, of course, on Miami's side, Katie Myers in her 10th season. And, boy, I tell you, what a turnaround project she has done at Miami, inheriting a program that, frankly, was not very good, to put it gently. And she has, in the last 5 years, put together 5 straight postseason appearances, a couple of NITs, sandwiching 3 straight NCAA appearances. She has done a remarkable job in Coral Gables. Notre Dame and Miami tied at 2 and a block inside by the post presence of the Canes. Here comes McGuire. Now fends it off to Adrienne Motley. And misses off the left window. Ball gets back tapped out. Miami has another shot. Quevedo will reset it to Jessica Thomas.
Both these teams are very athletic. You see a shot block on both sides of the floor there. And it's going to be a great matchup as you see the athleticism on all positions.
There's a hard take to the basket by McGuire, puts it up, no, but a foul comes in. Nice take there by Soraya McGuire, who's really the veteran of this group. You know, there's a lot of youth on both of these teams, and especially on Miami's side.
McGuire is the only player to be here all 4 years. Coach Meyer has a lot of youth on their team, and 7 new players who haven't been on the team last year, and McGuire is one of the steady forces out there.
Yeah, and Soraya, while she's not the only senior, but as you mentioned, the only one who's been here 4 years. Jacini Williams is a redshirt senior, but she was at Auburn for a couple of years. So really, as you mentioned, McGuire, she's the only one who's done almost a full academic 4 years here at Miami. So a very young group. As she puts together the free throw, missed the first, made the second. It's 3-2 Miami early on. Miami, a very good defensive club. We'll get to those numbers in just a little bit. Notre Dame offensively, I mean, it's just another year at the office for Muffin McGraw. They score and score a lot. And it looks like we've got a foul. Is that on Thomas or Williams? I mean, there you go. That says it for you. 85 points a game leading the ACC, and Miami's second in points allowed. So something's got to give tonight. It's that old checks and balances system.
It's going to be a battle of wills out there. It's going to be interesting to see which style wins the overall battle.
Notre Dame has made 4 straight Final Fours, 3 of the last 4 national title games. They did lose all 3, but you know what? That's quite a run that you may not see matched for quite a while. Nice look inside. Brianna Turner finishes. You know, she's been the freshman of the week 4 times for Notre Dame, and has given Muffin McGraw a lot to be happy about in her first year.
When she's living up to expectations, she was the player of the year coming in out of high school, and I mean, just tremendous upside. She's playing at a high level as a freshman, and I'm excited to see her grow throughout her career.
Notre Dame with 6 McDonald's All-Americans. Miami does not have any. Inside and through. Nice look there by Chastity Williams. Again, spent her first 2 years at Auburn, and now last year and this season with Miami. She is a local product from Davie, Florida, just a little bit up the road, so she's happy to be back home. And a near steal by Quevedo. The jumper up, no good, back rimmed, and a nice tough rebound inside by Jessica Thomas.
And Miami does a great job of moving the ball. They're going to drive and kick a lot, put pressure on your defense, and they're a very selfless team.
Yeah.
You know, they tremendous job of just getting the ball and passing it and making that extra pass.
Yeah, and it's more of a perimeter-based team this year. I had a phone conversation with head coach Katie Meyer earlier in the week, and she said, "You know what? Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of threes. I mean, that's our game. You know, unfortunately, she doesn't have that consistent post presence right now that she's had in the past with those with the ACC title team she had 2 years ago. But hey, they make 7 threes a game, and she said to me point blank, you know, if we make them, we win a lot. If we miss them, well, we're going to lose. Sometimes it's that simple. Laura Quevedo, swing pass left side. They'll reset the offense for Miami. 5-4 early Hurricanes lead. Almost 4 minutes off this opening half clock. There's a long three, left wing, no good. Pulled down by Jewel Lloyd, skying for the board. Jewel Lloyd will just stop and pop. No, nice backside rebound. Now out to Michaela Mabry, who just missed the three, rims out. And a little bit sluggish beginning here offensively as we approach the media timeout coming up. Jessica Thomas pump fake, now hard in the lane. And is that a charge? Is that going to be a basket? And let's see. Well, that'll be a charge. No basket. Great take there by Notre Dame. So we have a timeout on the... Welcome back inside the Bank United Center. 5-4 Hurricanes early on with just a wee bit of a lead over the 4th-ranked Fighting Irish. Mike Levine with former 2001 Notre Dame champ Ruth Riley as we sit courtside here in Miami. And it's had some great days, you know, of weather. And I know you were taking in some fishing. We'll get to all of your escapades here in just a moment as that ball is thrown out of bounds. Michelle Woods has checked in for the Hurricanes, the redshirt junior guard from Naples. Yeah, just to compare. Tonight, right now, it's 68. It feels great. I mean, we don't know because we're indoors, Ruth. But
right.
Obviously, you know, you can imagine what it's like. 10 degrees in Notre Dame. Snow compared to. I don't think it's going to snow tonight. I think that's the forecast here.
0% chance of snow here. Okay. And obviously, I've lived in both climates, so definitely loving the climate down here in South Florida.
I mean, you were fishing. You barely made it for the game tonight. I mean, you know, catching all that tarpon and red snapper. All right, back to the basketball at hand. A loose ball foul on Notre Dame. By the way, Jessica Thomas has 2 fouls for Miami. That's a big thing to note. She's the second leading scorer on this Hurricane squad. That one back rim, no good off the glass, and Notre Dame pulls it down. Jewel Lloyd bringing the ball up court. Jewel's the best one they got this year, averaging 22 points a game. She's been phenomenal as she sends it inside to capture Westbell. The freshman has his shot blocked from behind. Out down court quickly to Saray McGuire. Stops, pops, and again misses.
And Westbell is a very versatile force. She can handle the ball, as you can see right here. She's a good three-point shooter as well, and she's able to move and extend the defense, or put pressure on the defense at the 4 position.
Well, Brianna Turner, maybe the best freshman in the country for Notre Dame, number 11 out there, crashing at the basket. Keep an eye on her. There's so many you have to keep your wits about you when you play Notre Dame. Everybody's live with the ball, and Jewel Lloyd, a hard take. With the shot clock winding down, just a left-handed runner that finished.
And she's been consistently making tough shots all season, and she's playing the best basketball that she's played in her career. And as she said, playing, passing right there and getting the steal.
And the soft touch, it just rolls off. I think Jewel felt Chastity Williams coming up behind her. I'm sorry, not Chastity. That was Saray McGuire. Maybe heard the footsteps there, but no, Jewel Lloyd has just been a phenomenal player. It's a long three missed.
You talk about stretch fours. Cordova is a capable shooter as well. She's coming over from Spain, and as somebody who has played actually in the same club team that she grew up in, you know, she's great ability to put the ball on the floor and knock down the three.
I mean, look at this. This is all left-handed by Jewel Lloyd there. That's a left-handed dribble and finish, and really weave through the defense nicely. Notre Dame, 6'5", about what, 13:45 to go left in the first half. Not been the offensive explosion that maybe Notre Dame was hoping for, but against this Miami team, a second-ranked defense in the conference, they are tough to get going on, and now an offensive foul.
And Miami is a very physical team defensively. Yeah. Not only are they athletic, but they really pressure you, get in the passing lanes, make it tough to run your offense, and they're doing a good job of playing to their strength right now in the first half.
Well, Hurricanes are number 1 in the ACC and number 10 in the country in steals, getting 12 a game. 12 steals. It's a remarkable number. They really put pressure on the ball. They make you beat them. Jewel Lloyd, another steal, almost on back-to-back possessions. This time she finishes off the left glass.
And Notre Dame falling back in a 2-3 zone right there, and Jewel just playing the passing lane, reading the offense, and jumping, got that steal. Great job by her.
Yeah, and also some lazy wing passes led to that as well. You know, Miami has to put a little bit more mustard on those. There's a three-pointer by Nigel Green. Nope, tried to be kept alive there by Chastity Williams, did not fall. And now here's Michaela Mabry. Notre Dame out to a great start, just one loss on the year. Mabry's long jumper rims out. And we're at the 12:41 mark here at the Bank United Center. Adrian Motley take-it finish. She did that all by herself. Adrian Motley, the top scorer on this Miami team, 16 points a game.
And that's Miami at their best, playing out of their defense, getting a stop, and just running in transition.
Motley shooting 54% from the field. She's been great this year. Catherine Westbell looking inside. A great look. And a hard foul put on Brianna Turner, but Brianna just, camped out inside. She was able to avoid the 3-second, the 6'3" freshman from Pearland, Texas. She's already been a 4-time freshman of the week, and she's going to have, I think, 4 great years under Muffin McGraw. Look at that look inside.
And as a post player, you love to see that post-to-post connection, whether it's high-low or right there, Westbell just driving on the left side of the lane and finding her partner on the other side.
Yeah, Ruth Riley got a lot of those post-to-post passes in her career for sure. Checking in for Michaela Mabry. It looks like Madison Cable. And no Taya Reimer tonight. She is out for Notre Dame as that free throw rims out. Taya Reimer was providing 10.6 rebounds a game. That's a tough loss in that 4 position, 4-5. Notre Dame minus a starter who has played every game this year. Kayla Prather now into the game. You see her take it and score. Nicely done by Kayla Prather.
It's a great drive against Brianna Turner, who is a really capable shot blocker. And
Miami now has switched to a zone defense. 9 apiece, 11:48 to go here in the first half.
Notre Dame having trouble organizing their offense right now. I think a lot of that has to do with the pressure from the defense from Miami.
Well, great job by Katie Meyer and the staff to change it up, give a different look, and induce the turnovers. So tied at 9 apiece as we had to break. This is kind of what happens when you miss all these shots.
Yeah, and Miami's doing a great job of attacking the offensive boards. They have 4 offensive rebounds right now early in the game and 12 overall, I'd say, to Notre Dame's 8.
Yeah, neither team could just get into the offensive groove, but not a whole lot of been able to find the groove against Miami this year. Again, we reeled off the great defensive stats. Conversely, Notre Dame tops in the league on offense, so eventually things will kind of level off here.
Well, there's a lot of nervous energy when you have a game like this.
Yeah.
Miami is looking forward to playing a top 5 opponent, and they're out there playing hard and playing aggressive. And I think you find that nervousness play out on the offensive end. They're going to play aggressive defensively, but sometimes you're not finishing your shot so much till you settle into the game.
Nicole Sterling has checked in, number 15 in white for Miami. The senior JUCO from Los Angeles. Anna Huffman now in for Muffin McGraw's Notre Dame squad. Tied at 9, 11:02 to go first half. Jewel Lloyd with 4 on the shot clock says why not, and just rimmed out. Kayla Prather will rip that one away for the Hurricanes. Here comes Motley going coast to coast. She'll take the contact and she'll finish as well. She'll have a chance for an and one here. Miami up 11-9. Boy, she just plays with such an aggressiveness, Adrian Motley. It's just, doesn't worry about the contact. She wants to induce it and finish at the basket.
Well, she's been playing at a really high level those last few games, and a great job by her attacking in transition. Notre Dame playing a 2-3 zone, and they really weren't back and set, and so she did a good job of capitalizing on that.
Motley's free throw, no, that one rimmed in and out. Adrian shooting 89% from the line. She's 42 of 48 with that miss now on the season.
Notre Dame playing a very small lineup right now. Catherine Westbell is the 5. You have Huffman and Cable, who are guards. one of them's playing the floor right now in their 4-out-1 in offense and look a little discombobulated. I think a lot of that has to do with the pressure defense.
Yeah, Miami will pressure you, and sometimes that'll lead to some easy buckets when you overplay, but for the most part, it puts so much pressure on the opposing team's offense. And it results in the 12 steals a game that the Hurricanes acquired. Motley, now left corner, three-pointer for Miami. It's good. Michelle Woods drained it. Michelle Woods, the redshirt junior, last year averaged 6 points, 3 boards a game. And the redshirt junior guard from Naples gives Miami now a 14-9 lead.
And that's what Coach Meyer said they needed to do. They had to be able to connect on those three-point shots.
Well, Miami hits 7 threes a game. I mean, you know, there's for this Notre Dame's season and team, there's a lot on the line. A 30-game road win streak. And look at all these great numbers. 38-game regular season streak against conference opponents. That dates back to the Big East, obviously, and the ACC combined. 61-game win streak versus, what was that, non-conference opponent, or conference opponents, rather. I mean, it's just, it's been a phenomenal run from up to a draw. And with a win here tonight against Miami, they would break that 30 straight road win streak and make it 31.
Yeah, so just not a normal streak on the line for the university. It's an NCAA streak. If they can get this road win tonight, they'll surpass UConn, and I'm sure a lot of Irish fans are pretty happy about passing UConn in any record book.
Oh, sure. I'm sure most fans across the nation always like that. UConn, obviously a great championship program themselves. And handed Notre Dame its only loss this season. That was at home in South Bend. All right, so Notre Dame with the ball, Lindsay Allen.
Brianna Turner looking to get a little more involved in the offense right there. Joe setting that up screen for her to get into the block and looking to get the ball down low a little bit with Turner back in the game.
Notre Dame capped off the opening weekend of conference play with an 85-74 win at Syracuse on Sunday. Jewel Lloyd had a big game in that one, 25 points. The Irish are 2-0 in league play. Miami 1-0. That was a special Sunday for Katie Meyer. Got her 250th career win.
She's done a tremendous job here with this program in 10 years. Really turned it around, and it's definitely a place where recruits are looking to come. Not only because it's in Miami, but because she's such a great coach and she has a tremendous coaching staff as well.
Prior to that, she spent 4 years at Charlotte and 3 postseason bids there. And Charlotte was not much of a program either, so she's done a resurrection project twice at 2 very difficult venues. So Katie Meyer is highly thought of in college basketball circles. Hurricanes up 14-11. 9:18 to play here first half. Woods, a hard drive inside. She got Westbell to leave her feet. Oh, and got it over her. Rainbow shot from that left block. That was a tough one there.
It's a great job attacking Westbell and understanding she probably has a quickness advantage there, and then just connecting on a fadeaway jumper.
Very hard, aggressive defense by Miami. They close out well, play the passing lanes. Jewel Lloyd is kind of the bailout player for this Notre Dame team. But that could be another one in Brianna Turner, the freshman who has played in a lot of big games already early in her season. Notre Dame always locks up the big RPI schools.
And talk about ballot. You can just throw the ball to the rim, and Brianna's she's gonna go up and get it.
Oh, she cleans it up. 6'3", and a 4-time freshman of the week. The McDonald's All-American, a 5-time USA basketball gold medalist in high school. So Brianna Turner, you can make a case best freshman in the country. Time winding down, 5-4. Nicole Sterling will chuck it up, and a high rebound pulled down there by Notre Dame and Lindsay Allen.
And Alice had a couple big games lately. She's been quiet so far in the first half, but look for her to be a little more aggressive.
Notre Dame has made just 3 of its last 11 field goals, struggling to shoot. 16-13. Boy, it has been a very paltry offensive effort, but you can also attribute that to a lot of great defense. But now in the recent trend, they are 5 of their last 6. So obviously they've turned the tables a little bit. Now you're just kind of waiting for that first Notre Dame run.
They've done a great job of playing out of their defense, and then when they get in the half-court set, they really move the ball well, found a couple open corner threes, and getting back into their style of play.
Jewel Lloyd just took that inbounds pass and got the bounce. So she'll go to the line. Lloyd and Turner right now, 11 points combining on 4 of 9 from the field. The rest of the team, 1 of 7 for Notre Dame. So they need to obviously get a little bit more balance in there. And for Muffin McGraw, this is a young team that she has as well. So she, even at this point in the season, trying to find that consistent group that can put the ball in the basket. I mean, they score 85 points a game, but at times when you're young, that can show up in games like this.
Yeah, you're going to see a little inconsistency throughout the season because you have a lot of youth, but you also have players playing in different positions as well. And I think when that happens, there's a little hesitation on offense. You're not really in sync with each other, and you see that get better throughout the season.
Jewel Lloyd nails them both. Now just a 1-point lead for the Hurricanes. Less than 8 minutes to go first half. Thanks for joining us here on ESPN3. Mike Levine, Ruth Riley from Coral Gables. Laura Quevedo back in. Here's Adrian Motley runner. Rolls around and in.
Just great offensive execution by Miami right there. Notre Dame sitting back in his zone, and they just move the ball around, attack on the baseline, and great finish underneath the basket.
Now we have a kickball there. It'll be a sign out of bounds for Notre Dame. Irish have won 6 straight. Only lost to UConn. This is a 4th-ranked team in the country. Notre Dame was number 1 about a month ago.
Yeah, that UConn loss at home showed, I think, a lot of the youth that is on this team. They missed a K-Mac and Ace from last year, and that's a lot of personnel to replace.
Loose ball ripped away by Quevedo in Miami, and here come the Hurricanes. A lot of drives to the basket and getting some fouls as well. So Notre Dame putting Miami on the line.
And Wood's doing a great job right there, just attacking in transition. They're really putting pressure on Notre Dame's defense to get back and get set. Even when they are back, they're not in a defensive stance, and they're just attacking and taking it to the basket.
Katie Myers said earlier in the week to me, just a brief phone conversation as Woods hits the first one, that she loves the 3 ball because we're good at it. If we hit them, we'll win a lot. If we don't, we'll lose, as I mentioned earlier. But right now, you're not seeing a lot of threes. You're not just seeing them resort to the perimeter game. You're seeing a lot of drives to the basket, not letting Notre Dame get set up.
Well, these drives are going to open up the 3 because you're going to get back, and defensively you're going to try to stop that drive, and that kickout's going to be wide open. And Miami's a team that is unselfish, and they're willing to kick the ball out.
And Meyer said that Miami just doesn't have enough post-up game from our 5s right now to offset all the outside shooting. Now, you're not going to see a whole lot of just half-court throw it inside, to a Ruth Riley or somebody like that. So Miami right now just kind of a perimeter and drive team. There's a long 3. That one rims out. Quevedo tried to keep it alive, but Lloyd pulls it down on the ground. And now we have a whistle in the backcourt.
Jill doing a good job right now of cleaning up the glass of the guard position, realizing they're undersized. Everyone has to crash and box out, and our guards Notre Dame's guards are doing a great job of doing that. Yeah, there's Lloyd underneath a couple of taller players from Miami. And, when you have guards crashing, that may then obviously negate on the other end getting a fast break. But, at this point, when you're down a Taya Reimer and you're not the biggest of Notre Dame teams, you need that guard help to rebound. Jewel Lloyd now with a 1-on-1 situation. She has 8 points already, 5 rebounds. Not a lot of free throws in this game so far. As physical as it is, teams are making they're finishing over the defense. Lloyd missing that front end there. Shoots 86% after charity strike. She could not get that one to fall. Miami up 5. Quevedo, a brick on that 3-pointer, but it's got a favorable bounce to Miami. They'll reset the offense. Michelle Woods at the top of the key. Notre Dame has struggled on the defensive glass so far this year. They've given up a lot of offensive rebounds, especially in the first half of games. And Miami right here playing a 4-out, 1-in offense against Notre Dame's zone defense, and that opens up lanes to attack the offensive board. And McGuire pressured by Michaela Mabry. I think they're going to whistle Michaela. Number 23 there for a foul. Miami putting 2 people on both those baseline corner 3 spots, and that really extends the defense. So a post player like Westfield has to close out to a guard, and that opens up that attack to the basket. And it also opens up those driving lanes, which we've seen from Miami. So, nice offensive implementation here by Katie Meyer and the Hurricanes to try and get some open shots. There's a 3 by Michelle Woods. She flanked that one, and a flat-footed rebound there by Notre Dame. It was Markeisha Wright who's now in. Markeisha, one of the 3 team captains for the Irish. She's one of the 3 seniors on the team this year, and has a experience playing in big games last few years for the Irish, and I think she's in there for a physical presence, understanding that they need to do a little better job on the glass.
Katie Meyer did not like the whistle on that foul by the Hurricanes. But then again, what coach ever likes any foul? But you know what I mean. All right, so at the line for Notre Dame, it's Lindsay Allen.
Allen still scoreless so far in this game.
Well, she heard your rule, but she said, take that. Lindsay Allen has started every game this year, scoring 11 points, pulling down 4 boards. She was a very impressive freshman last year. She started every game. Shot 50% from the floor. That's not bad for a freshman year.
She plays so poised. She plays a lot more maturity on her age, and she did a great job last year as a freshman, and now this year just continuing to improve and get better.
Notre Dame now down 3. Miami trying for the upset here today would be a huge one over a number 4 Notre Dame squad. Look, we got a long way to go. A full half and 5.5 minutes in this one here in the first half. And a steal by the Irish. They'll get a new possession down court. Lindsay Allen throws it away. Stolen by Michelle Woods of Miami. So trying to take Westbeld under the basket. Ooh, just got a light tap there by Westbeld and a whistle. And you can see Westbeld say, on me, that was a generous call. Maybe a makeup one that Miami will get back.
Westbeld actually trying not to foul. I think she even stepped back on that play, but.
Wow. Yeah, that's one of those where the offense runs into the defender. You can see Westbeld, you were right, just try to pull back a little bit.
Well, the officials do a great job, and it's hard to get every play right.
Oh, sure.
But Miami here continuing to be aggressive, continuing to attack, put pressure on Notre Dame's defense. Notre Dame has to do a better job of actually not turning the ball over, which led to that fast break, but getting back, getting set, getting numbers.
And you know the officials will give you the benefit of the doubt if you continue to drive and you continue to be the aggressor. And right now that's been the Hurricanes' MO here. Nicole Sterling will check in for Miami. She'll sit down Nyjah Green.
And both these coaches sub a lot of players in and out. Coach Meyer said she plays 10 deep. Moffitt will play 8 to 9. And so you'll see a lot of new players come in the game.
From McGraw, Notre Dame, 4 straight Final Fours. 3 of the last 4 years they've made the national title game. So it's been a great, so many decades, especially the last half one here for Muffin McGraw. But she has obviously some development to do with her young players, but she always does. You can count on that. Motley down court after the block shot. She finishes off the window, 24-17. And Notre Dame now on the road down 7, and they could use a couple of relief points.
Notre Dame not used to going up against such a great shot blocking team, a team that's physical and aggressive and athletic, and they're really struggling with this Miami defense.
Oh, they're going to say an offensive foul.
Offensive foul on number 32, Jewel Lloyd.
Yeah, that's on Jewel Lloyd.
Just
her first foul. And she might have given the old chicken wing there. Let's see. Yeah, tried to fend off what that was. Maybe a little ticky-tack. Ruth Riley would not have liked that in the post. That's for sure.
You gotta let some things go if you're gonna officiate down low. There's a lot of give and take under the basket.
That's for sure. 4:18 to play in this first half. A spinning for Nicole Sterling. And Muffin McGraw will call a timeout. She has seen enough here in Coral Gables. Miami 26, Notre Dame 17 first half. You combine that with Notre Dame shooting 5 of 19 from the floor. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, and like I said, Coach Meyer goes deep to her bench, and she has a lot of confidence in the youth that she has out there, and she's constantly subbing players in and out. And I mean, she coaches confidence in these players, and they respond.
That's a great phrase. Just a coach's confidence. Yeah, and that's Katie Meyer's a very confident head coach. She believes in what she's doing. She's been here 10 years and understands how to get to these players here in Miami. A nice tough rebound there by Jassiny Williams, who comes in as really, you could say the best rebounder on the team. She is statistically, but just that best mindset to go up and get the ball. Nicole Sterling, who's been hot as late, is fouled, got the three-pointer, and she'll be in the line to try and complete the 4-point play. Miami's up a baker's dozen here in the first half.
Notre Dame staying in that 2-3 zone. you got to find the shooters.
Yeah.
If you're going to play zone, and
You
just
can see
a
the late closeout. Yeah.
a late closeout. Not sure if the wing or the top of the zone is going to take her, and she's a great job knocking down that shot and getting fouled.
It looked like Michaela Mabry's responsibility there. She got over there late, and Sterling could not get the free throw to fall. It looks like maybe an over-the-back foul here on Quevedo. Muffin McGraw, trying to obviously coach and dictate at the same time what needs to be done right now. This Notre Dame team.
And she's pretty frustrated right now. And because which end do you pick right now? Do you pick the defensive end where you're giving up threes or drives to the basket, or do you talk about the offensive end where you're not executing your offensive sets? You don't have any flow. You only have 3 assists to 6 turnovers, and that's uncharacteristic for Notre Dame basketball.
That's a great point you bring up. I mean, if you're Mum, you say, all right, let's fix the defense. What about the offense? We don't have time for that. It's got one of those, to give and take. And a lot of times, one will lead to the other. If you start knocking down shots, you get more confidence. And sometimes defense will lead to the offense as well. So it's kind of fix one, maybe the other one gets fixed at the same time.
Notre Dame's switching to a man-to-man defense right now and getting out of that zone.
Yeah, Miami has diced that zone here in the last handful of minutes. Canes up 11. Adrian Motley with the right side jumper and up the net. Boy, you stop and pop like that, that's tough to defend.
And she's been playing at a high level, and she's very confident right now. And talk about getting into the flow of the game. That's where Miami's at right now. They're feeling it, and the basket opens up when you're like that.
Great look for 3. That will hit the top of the backboard and roll down. And it'll be a loose ball. It'll go to Miami. This bucket by Adrian Motley, which you'll see here. I mean, it's good defense. You had Wright trying to close out on the switch screen. You got a hand in the face, and you make that, you just tip your cap and move on to the next play.
And that's just a great job attacking the big and being fearless. Not afraid to pull up and really feeling confident in how she's playing.
Wood stuck with the ball, needs some help. She gets from Quevedo. Laura hard takes to the basket, fouled on her way to the rim. And for Miami, we're just seeing a lot of dribble drives to the basket, putting pressure on. And I think they're recognizing quite well, if they're getting closed down, they'll take it. If they're not, they'll shoot.
And the drives are coming at all positions right now. I mean, whether you're a post or a guard, they're attacking, and they're putting pressure on the defense, and they're saying, stop us if you can. And so far, Notre Dame hasn't been able to match their effort defensively.
Laura Quevedo, a freshman forward from Madrid, Spain. She actually helped lead her country to a bronze medal at the 2014 U18 Championship Games.
I asked Coach Katie about her. I said, how'd you find Laura? And she said when she was over there with Grizzly basketball, she remembered seeing her play. And just a lot of talent over in Europe, a lot of skilled players, especially in the post position. And we were able to find her and recruit her to Miami.
That was Michael Johnson who just checked in, and she had a very skilled layup there. She provides a good deal of athleticism at the guard spot from Huntington, West Virginia.
There's a lot of, Notre Dame has 3 freshmen that play significant minutes, and Michael is one of them, and obviously Turner and Westbell.
Okay, Vado, there's a long game of players there. 10 to shoot on the clock. Miami up 11, 2:05 to go. Nicole Sterling, beautiful follow through, and Cabot, she got it. They're going to give her she got a 3 for that. I didn't know if she had a foot behind the line. She did, and Nicole Sterling quietly is heating up. She has 8 points. Miami's lead back up again to 14. And a long 3 by Notre Dame. Boy, that would have been a big answer, and one that really they needed, but Mabry couldn't get it to fall.
And maybe it's a capable 3-point shooter, but Notre Dame right now is struggling from the 3-point line.
We've got 95 seconds left first half. Miami at 14. They have played unbelievable defense in this first half against the top scoring team in the conference. Notre Dame puts up 86 points a ball game, and another dribble drive and take by Motley. And she'll be at the line with the clock halted at $1:25.
Right there defensively, you want to force the player to use the screen, because if they go away from the screen, you don't have help. But if you force it into the screen, she can step up, get ahead, and stop the ball handler. But great job going away from the screen and just attacking the basket.
And great body control there by Molly to avoid the shot block and still get her body in on the defender. And so much of driving to the basket, obviously, is what they teach is body control, be able to induce that foul and get to the line. Adrian, a big night so far, 11 points, 4 boards.
And you're out of position defensively if all you're doing is fouling.
Right.
And so you want to make sure that you're getting to your spot early defensively.
Well, Miami 11-3, 1-0 in the ACC. They got still a tough task ahead of them to try and get to 2-0, but this would be a huge step in the right direction to a tournament hopes if you can beat Notre Dame, but we still got a full half of basketball left, plus a minute here. Michael Johnson pressured hard by Miami, back in the man-to-man. Madison Cable puts it on the floor, stomps to the low block. Hard foul. Oh, they're going to. Oh, sorry, it's a travel. I jumped the gun there on the minute stripes. I thought that Cable got fouled. They're going to call it for a travel.
And Cable attacking the basket right there. Just lost their footing a little bit trying to score over 3 defenders and got the travel call.
Yeah, might have shuffled the feet there, but she was in
a little bit of contact, too.
Yeah, there was some contact. 7 turnovers for Notre Dame, 5 for Miami. We're under a minute now. First down. Katie Meyer, after kind of a sluggish beginning offensively, has to be happy with her Hurricanes effort here. Motley uses the screen, now sends it downstairs to Destiny Williams. She finishes. Destiny's got 4 points, go along with her 4 rebounds. A nice look inside. Miami's up 18. And Notre Dame will hold for their last shot at least. There's a 5-second differential, game clock and shot clock. And boy, Muffin McGraw and the Irish would love to just get some points here on perhaps this final possession. It's Johnson from straight away, back rims to 3. Motley pulls it down, still time for Miami, 10 to go. Motley hurrying down court, it's a 1-on-2, avoids the defender, he lays it in.
Motley having a tremendous first half with 14 points so far.
Miami up 20, and with time running out, Johnson's floater won't count. How about that for punctuating the first half? Adrian Motley playing like she was possessed here tonight. Miami closed out the half on a 24. Miami, as you see, in the all-white. Notre Dame at a 20-point deficit, ties for the largest of the season when they played UConn. That was Notre Dame's only blemish on the schedule.
Notre Dame starting out in a man-to-man defense, switching all the screens right now.
This is virtually uncharted territory all but one time. 3 on the shot clock, 2. A left elbow floater, no, and a rebound needed by Jewel Lloyd and Notre Dame. That was a great defensive possession from Muffin McGraw's crew, and now a take and foul and finish by Notre Dame's best player, Jewel Lloyd. She'll be at the line to try and convert 3.
We give an assist to Brianna Turner for running the floor and kind of filling off the only defender back there that could have possibly got to Jewel. But looking at Notre Dame, they realize that they have to get back into their transition game, and Jewel really pushing the tempo.
And Jewel Lloyd now with 12 points. 40-23, so it's a long climb up the mountain, but Notre Dame got 3 back. Let's see if Miami can keep up that energy that they had in the first half. Just that aggression, that anger to want to win this game. A lot of times the intermission can maybe be a negative when it takes that away from you when you have to sit for 15 minutes.
Sometimes when you get a big lead, it's really hard to hold on to, but to see if Miami can keep that pressure and another drive to the basket, which is something they did and were able to connect on in the first half, and they're continuing to do that here in the second.
Well, Adrian Motley, as a sophomore, I mean, she plays like she's a senior. I mean, she just looks so veteran-like. She doesn't take bad shots. She leads the team with 16 points a game. She can hit the 3 ball, but she's primarily just a dribble drive player. Shoots almost 90% at the line, and when you shoot that well from the stripes, she should be getting most of your attempts in the paint.
And she's really good at her shot selection right now. I think Miami is moving the ball. They're patient on offense. They're not forcing shots, and they move the ball side to side there, and then she just drove to the basket on the weak side. And that's hard defensively to play an entire possession.
Short-rimmed that second free throw. She got 1 and 2. Miami back up 18 now. And we have a loose ball on the floor. There'll be Motley bottled up with Cable.
Notre Dame basketball, the alternating possession.
And Miami up 18. Really, we came in with the tale of 2 tapes here. Notre Dame's offense, 85 points a game, leading the ACC. And Miami's points allowed, 55, second in the ACC. I mean, that's a 30-point disparity with how great each team is at the respective side of the ball. But right now, it's Miami winning that battle.
Miami's defense is definitely taking control of this game, and they're on task to hit their target with Notre Dame only having 23 points here in the second half.
There's an inbounds inside to Brianna Turner, and she was stuck with it around the giants of Chastity Williams from Miami, and Turner walked before putting it on the floor.
I think Turner's used to just catching that lob and being able to go right up, and Williams is a big body. She's in there putting a lot of pressure defensively, and Turner had to adjust.
That's a tough task for Chastity Williams. Brianna Turner, who's been a 4-time freshman of the week this year. There's a stop and start for Soraya McGuire, up and good off the window. That was a beautiful drive. You know, it's so hard to avoid a double dribble doing that, just a temporary stop and go. And Soraya could finish for three here.
Yeah, great job kind of weaving her way through the defenders right there. There wasn't a lot of open space, but she found her way to get in there and a tough finish down into the basket.
It was a very tough one there by Soraya McGuire. Free throw up, no good. That's one area where the Hurricanes have been deficient this year. They shoot just 68% at the line, and that could come into a play here later in the game if Notre Dame can get on a couple of runs. Miami's had a few close losses this year. We're making a few more at the charity stripe would have helped.
Jewel getting a lot of attention right now. Offensively drawing two defenders, not able to get to the basket like she's been used to.
Yeah, Jewel Lloyd is surrounded by two and sometimes three defenders. Miami's three losses at Middle Tennessee by 5, against Arizona State by 4, at Tulane by 5. There's a common theme there. They've been in every game this season. Lloyd's buzzer beating 3, no, with a shot clock hitting 0. Miami up 20. 2 minutes and change off the second half clock. Molly drive and a kick out. That'll be knocked away. Great heads-up defense there by Jewel Lloyd, who's just everywhere on the floor. I mean, I remember asking you pregame, so how good is Jewel Lloyd? I mean, you said to me she's great. She just does it all. And you're absolutely right.
I mean, she's up for Player of the Year, and rightfully so, because she's not only a tremendous offensive player, but her ability to anticipate the passing lanes defensively is equally as good.
Jessica Thomas with it on the U logo, running the point situation here. 7 to shoot. Left-handed dribble. She'll pull up in traffic. Air balls at 3. Air balls to jumper, I should say. She was inside the line. I think we're going to have a loose ball foul on Notre Dame, bailing out Miami here. Not a very good possession by the Hurricanes.
That's her third foul, which is a foul you don't want to pick up early in the second half.
And Jewel Lloyd just put up her hand to the bench saying, no, I'm all right, keep me in. I'll stay in. Inside to Jaceny Williams, goes up strong. She missed and had it roll off her foot, so Jaceny couldn't finish at the rack. Notre Dame has won 6 straight. Their lone loss to UConn. They have not been tested as much by the Hurricanes as anybody this year except for those Huskies. Westbelt, a long three. No, short rim. That inside rebound to Cable. She couldn't finish. Ball might have been blocked by Soraya McGuire. Here she comes down court now. A left side jumper for Motley. It's good.
And McGuire doing a great job of just keeping the ball in her hands, attacking the defense until the last moment she had to kick out and creating that wide open shot for Motley.
Jewel Lloyd trying to do too much there. There was great footwork on that defense by Miami. No reach-ins, no body shots, just moving the feet. And right now, Notre Dame's only offensive threat, only person live with the ball, so to speak, is Jewel Lloyd.
Well, Notre Dame, if they want to come back in this game, they have to do it on the defensive end. They have to get stops and to try to score in transition. And there's a charge there drawn by Madison Cable, who's something that she's really good at, that position defense.
Soraya McGuire's third now. I think Soraya a little bit over-eager to get to the basket, feeling the momentum, and a great job by Miami to continue out of the locker room with that edge, what sometimes you can lose at the intermission.
Well, Notre Dame's struggling in their half-court sets right now, just trying to get into a flow and rhythm of the game. They haven't been able to so far in this game.
This is the Irish's largest deficit of the season, 22 points. They got 16:25 to go in the game. That's a big mountain to climb against one of the ACC's second-best defense, one of the best in the nation. There's a mad dash for the loose ball. Ooh, bodies hit the hardwood. Hopefully everybody's okay down there. Looked like Madison Cable popped up, and so did Adrian Motley for Miami.
Notre Dame trying to get the ball inside. They're looking to get that high-low Westbelt to Turner action and just not able to connect.
By the way, that's Brianna Turner's third foul. So you have 3 on Turner, 3 on Lloyd. Those are your 2 best players.
Notre Dame substitution number 24, Hannah Hoffman.
So Hoffman coming into the game now. Notre Dame's going to have to do a really good job of boxing out and pushing back on the boards.
Yeah, Hannah Huffman now in for Brianna Turner, who will make a case this year for Freshman of the Year. Notre Dame just not getting enough balance tonight offensively, and it's still a long way to go. A 22-point lead. And the Irish ranked 4th in the country for a reason, as this will be a take and a score, but no, they'll wave it off. They'll wave off Jessica Thomas's take. They'll whistle her for a charge.
And Madison Cable doing a great job of getting her feet outside that no charge zone, making sure she was set and drawing the charge.
That's her second one in almost as many possessions now. And it's plays like that that usually can galvanize a team that needs something to rally behind. You sacrifice your body for the betterment of the team. You'd like to see Notre Dame turn it around offensively. There's Allen with the baseline drive cut off. Great defense by Laura Quevedo. Now inside. Oh, a nice cut to the basket. Backside on the weak edge by Madison Cable, and she was rewarded as she finished.
Notre Dame trying to get the ball inside to Jewel Lloyd, but Woods doing just a tremendous job defensively.
Boy, big shot by Adrian Motley, answers right back. Notre Dame down 22. Almost 5 minutes off the second half clock. There's been good screen action on this Notre Dame offense here in the second half. Just can't get anything to fall. And that'll be a travel coming up on that Miami. But how about the Hurricanes? 47-25 trying to pull the upset here in Coral Gables. Box. I mean, you're seeing a lot of columns in the box score being filled up, and it takes that collective effort just to try and play with Notre Dame, let alone pull the upset. So Miami up 22 here with 15-11 to go in the game, and the Irish, they have obviously the collective talent and fortitude and championship resolve to battle back, but it's got to start pretty soon now. There are already 15 minutes left to go in the game. There's a foul away from the ball on Miami. That's the team's 5th.
Well, Notre Dame only has 4 assists right now, and that's just not playing to their strength. They're a team that is able to move the ball, use their offense to create open shots for each other. They have that open Princeton offense where it's more read and react, and Miami's doing a great job of being everywhere on the defensive end.
Well, Nicole Sterling, the example right there, just deflected that pass. I think she may actually be called, Jesse Williams got called for the foul, but there's nothing easy against this Hurricanes defense. And you mentioned the 4 assists, also 10 turnovers, and 0 for 8 from downtown. You know, when your offense on the other end can't get anything from the outside, boy, it really limits your capabilities inside. You kind of get the feeling that Notre Dame can just nail 1 or 2 from long range how to open things up.
And I think they're so used to Jewel carrying the load for them, and Woods is doing a great job defending Jewel, making it tough every possession.
Jewel, air ball to free throw jumper. It'll be Westbell to try and finish. She does and got the foul.
Notre Dame's going to have to continue to do that. If they're not shooting the ball well, you have to attack the offensive glass and try to get some second shots. And Westbell is doing a good job of getting that little scoop shot up under the defense. That's a tough one to defend.
So Catherine Westbell at the line. She's got 2 points, 3 rebounds. And make it 3 points now. For Westbell, the freshman forward from Kettering, Ohio, a 2014 McDonald's All-American.
Notre Dame playing a little full court, 3/4 court pressure here, trying to see if they can get into the passing lanes.
Kayla Prather is checked in for the Hurricanes. Here's a drive by Woods. Missed it left backboard, no rim on that shot. Prather with the rebound right around the foul line area and a reset of the offense. Notre Dame cannot afford that. Second possessions here.
4 seconds left on the shot clock, just realizing they didn't hit the rim.
And with one, it rims out. Great alertness there by Motley in Miami. There's Lindsay Allen going the other way. She rushed that shot up to the basket, but still induced a foul.
Taking a page from the Hurricanes playbook there in the first half, attacking in transition. Miami not quite set defensively, and Lindsay being rewarded by going to the free throw line.
You know, when your perimeter Princeton offense is not working, try and chip away at the foul line. Little by little, you get back in the game. That one up and good. You know, Notre Dame scores 85 points a game. They're not going to get there tonight, but at the foul line, 76%. So that's a good percentage, healthy percentage you can win a lot of games with.
And Lindsay's been doing a good job the last few games of attacking and having the ball in her hands, making decisions, and she really hasn't been that aggressive or been the playmaker so far in this game, and I think obviously that has a lot to do with the Hurricanes pressuring her.
Notre Dame hasn't felt this kind of heat since they played UConn, their only loss of the season. Miami has really taken it to them from the start.
And Huffman, one of the better defenders for the Irish. She's have the task of trying to slow down Motley here in the second half. And she's a very physical defender. She's good, she's quick, she cuts off angles, and I think that's why you see that matchup right now.
It'll be a side out of bounds here, a reset of the shot clock. Where Adrian Motley has led the way with 19 points. Tough take by Nicole Sterling. That one rolls around, misses, and a good rebound pulled down by Westbelt. Here comes Notre Dame on the other end, just looking for any kind of offensive momentum. Maybe back-to-back buckets to get them going. Lloyd up and count it. And the Notre Dame section behind the bench erupts here in Miami. They travel well through the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and maybe that will get Notre Dame going. Now down 15.
For the ball. Huffman's got a tough task, and now Michael Johnson in the game for Huffman, and somebody's got to shut down Motley.
Yeah, so they've tried a bunch of different candidates for that, and they've not been able to find one yet. Notre Dame for the game shooting 28% from the floor as Lloyd connects on that free throw. Miami, meanwhile, at 47%.
Notre Dame playing a little three-quarter court pressure right here. Seems they can force a turnover.
Miami gets it across court. Here's Adrian Motley jumper from the baseline. She's just unconscious. I mean, that's pretty good defense there to close out on Motley. She just screens every one.
She's so good with that pull-up jumper, taking a 1-2 dribble pull-up, and that's tough to guard. And great job by her keeping attacking the basket.
It's for Adrian Motley, her 6th 20th point scoring game this season. We're not even through 10 minutes in the second half. Oh, up and good by Jewel Lloyd. So Jewel Lloyd saying, all right, what you can do, I'll do as well. And these two best players on each team trying to answer each other.
And Jewel, for a guard, she likes the post up a lot. She has skills like Dwayne Wade. She has that back to the basket kind of fade, take the contact, score over you as a defender, and she's savvy in the post, surprisingly for a guard. But right now is her time. She realizes this is her team.
Yep.
Natalie Achanwa and Kayla McBride are gone, and so she's really in that attack mode, taking the weight of the team's success on her shoulders.
Well, when you're at Notre Dame or UConn or Tennessee, it's always next person up. I mean, Kayla McBride, you mentioned, Achanwa, Skylar Diggins, they're gone. Now it's Jewel Lloyd's turn. Just like it was Ruth Riley's turn a decade or so ago. It's,
quite a while ago.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that long ago. I remember it, so, for what that's worth. All right, Miami and Notre Dame back in action. 49-36. All of a sudden, a 22-point lead down to 13, but now back to 15. Adrian Motley, great high-low game there by those two teammates.
And Miami just setting that back screen for Motley wide open on the back cut. Notre Dame's got to do a better job of pressuring the ball handler there, the pressure.
Notre Dame is able to, again, trim it from 22 to 15, working their way back. Lloyd post up, good. Nice shot over Michelle Thomas.
Well, Thomas she's playing with 3 fouls right now,
yep.
And as a defender, that's tough. I mean, Jewel Lloyd's going to attack you offensively, and she's not trying to pick up her 4th foul here with 12 minutes to go.
And maybe switches in order or put someone else. But her on the defensive end with 3 fouls. It's just going to give way like that. And off at the board, pulled down by Nicole Sterling. Turn around, no. Miami now starting to cool off. Maybe Notre Dame seeing a crack here they could go through to get back in. Lloyd's runner, missed, nope. And then off at the board by Lefkow. She goes up with contact, miss. She'll try again, and got it. 3 times the charm. With a lucky charm for Notre Dame. I've been waiting to use that one. 51-40. And now the Irish down 11.
Westbelt are doing a great job of just sticking with it. Missed the first one, stayed in the shot, and continued to attack the offensive glass.
And this is where Miami, at times, has struggled as to, besides Motley, finding that second go-to scorer. It's, let's see, a bucket and good for a foul. Boy, that came quick there. Adrian Motley just found the seam and finished. It's been the Adrian Motley show. Nails his shot to 25 points. Her career highs, 27 at North Carolina.
It's pretty much been the Adrian Motley show.
Yeah.
I mean, on both ends of the floor. I mean, she is showing such poise. She's attacking. She's making great decisions. She realizes sometimes she gets all the way to the basket. If not, she'll get that little pull-up. Just doing a tremendous job leading the Hurricanes in this game.
Adrian Motley with those 25 points. Again, the career high at North Carolina last February. He is close to eclipsing that. Westbell lost the ball inside for Notre Dame.
Coming out of a timeout, the coach is always looking at your execution, right? You just drew up a play. How well are you going to go out there and execute the play that you just drew up? And I'm sure that like a little better execution on the offensive end down there.
Thomas looking for a seam with 12 to shoot. Or pass stolen away by Westbell, but Notre Dame coming back now. Had a chance to cut it to 11 or maybe 10. Sends it down inside and good by Brianna Turner. Great look. Couple bigs there with Westbell to Turner.
Westbell having the ability to bring the ball off the court and then just always looking for Turner down low.
Motley forces that shot. It's blocked by Notre Dame. And oh boy, a save there. Brianna Turner almost kicked that ball away. Now Michael Johnson on the point.
We have 3 freshmen on the floor right now for Notre Dame. A lot of youth out there. They have a lot of experience though. I mean, Coach McGraw has been playing them a lot this year and has a lot of confidence in their freshmen.
Not a great pass by Westbell. That one knocked away. But maybe a quick shot by Michelle Thomas. It's just kind of a frenetic pace here now as we're inside the 10-minute mark. Jewel Lloyd wheeling around, rolls it in.
And Jewel Tate attacking on the right side of the basket, realizing she drew a double team. Great job of just patience and poise, reversing the ball and then finishing on the other side.
And Katie Meyer would like a 30-second timeout at the 9:32 mark. Jewel Lloyd in the first half had 9 points on 2 of 7 shooting. Second half, 13 points. The game that way, chip away with a point here, a point there. Miami's 8 of 16, so 50% for a team that struggles. You know, that could pay dividends here to decide who wins this thing. If Miami can hold on or if Notre Dame can steal it. Hurricanes up 9, 9:23 to go in the game. Soraya McGuire, Lauer Quevedo back in. Soraya with a hard take, tripped up.
And that's Jewel Lloyd's 4th foul right there. That's a tough call.
I think at this point, McGraw is going to the bench saying, you know what, I'm going to need her for the end of the game, the last 4 or 5 minutes. So she's hoping that Madison Cable can spell her here for a few minutes.
A great job by Miami continuing just to attack the basket. They're looking at all positions just to attack and kick out.
Another miss by the Hurricanes. They're going to shoot in the mid-60s. Miami not a great, upper 60s, 68%. I dipped them a few points, but another score inside. Lindsey Allen this time finishes, and now it's a 7-point lead for Miami. It was 22, and now down to 7.
Tough finish by Allen in the basket. She fearlessly drove on the bigs of Miami, and just a great finish down low.
This Notre Dame program championship. The championship back in 2001. They have been to the promised land 3 of the last 4 years. Could not bring home the hardware, but they have a championship resolve that Katie Meyer talked about earlier in the week with me on the phone. Just that they are the epitome of a program that you want to copy. And Adrian Motley pulled the trigger there on an inside-the-paint jumper.
And Motley is just playing at a really high level right now. I'm sure a lot of the other ACC teams are watching this film, changing their scouting report.
And a pass inside and a good connection to Brianna Turner. She was fouled hard and finished. Brianna Turner just stands tall above everybody else, 6'3" on the floor. And it looks like Adrian Motley got up a little slow there. That was a hard fall for everybody.
Well, Motley playing just about the entire game right now. I think she's used to playing 3/4 of the game, but I mean, that's different. I mean, granted, she's playing at a high level, and when you're playing like that, sometimes you don't realize how tired you are, and when you're tired, that's when injuries happen. And
I think Coach Meyer's just going to ride her to the distance here and hope that she's got enough left. Miami now clinging to a 6-point lead. You knew Notre Dame was going to have to battle back. There was no way that that level of play was going to continue beyond maybe 25 minutes.
Yeah, Coach Meyer's definitely not looking to take her out of the game at any point.
And Soraya McGuire looking for help with 8 on the shot clock. Skips it far side. Quevedo for 3. It's good. That's a huge 3 for Laura Quevedo and Miami. That lead was at 6, and now it's back to 9. That's a huge trifecta for the Spain native.
She's a capable 3-point shooter. You got to know, you got to close out long. I know she's a post player, but she can shoot the 3.
Yeah, you have to know who the shooters are on the floor. Inside to Brianna Turner. Lost it, couldn't hang on. Now Miami with a chance. Had a mini run. Here's Soraya McGuire. Lowers her shoulder. Looks like she got away with a charge. Oh, they're going to count the bucket. And 1. Boy, that looked like maybe a lowering of the shoulder. Miami up 11. She's made, what, the last 4 Final Fours, 3 finals, a national champ in 2001, and she coached the player to my right, Ruth Riley. That's a pretty nice little resume there. First-round pick of the Miami Soul in 2001. You were the Naismith Player of the Year. You won a title, and then a WNBA title as well, if I'm not mistaken. So you got hardware all over the place.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be on good teams and grateful to make that transition from South Bend to South Beach.
Yeah, that's going from one South to the other. That paid off. That's for sure. We did the weather comparison earlier, but as Notre Dame just chipped in 2 points to get it back down to 9.
A perfectly executed play right there, getting the lob by Turner under the basket, and Notre Dame realizing they're going to have to pick it up defensively now.
And this is also now where Katie Meyer finds out about her team. Are there players that can answer big buckets when it's not Adrienne Motley? Here's Nyjah Green with 3 on the shot clock. She'll put up a off-balance shot and got it. Sometimes you've got to be lucky, and Nyjah Green got a little help there from the basketball gods, and Miami back up 11.
Look for Allen to be more aggressive here. They're trying to get the ball inside the Turner and connect twice coming out of that timeout. But look for Allen to take over with Jewel out of the game.
Brianna Turner, now they're starting to look for her. And Muffin McGraw, you can see the offense been drawn up to feed Brianna Turner. That's our freshman and easily our second best player on the team. Our best big, that's for sure. Saray McGuire using some great high-low screens. Found her, weaved her way on the basket. And Miami back up 11. And Notre Dame cannot play this, this tag kind of a game. You score, we score. They need to get stops. Miami eager and hungry for the upset. They're 11-3, 1-0 in the conference. Boy, this will be a huge confidence builder to pull the win. Jassini Williams blocks Catherine Westbel's shot. A couple of really good bigs going at it there. Jassini more of a defensive rebounder. Westbel will be a good scorer, they predict, in South Bend.
Well, Miami not guarding the post players on the perimeter, so Westbel felt like she was open, and like they've been doing all night, just a great block shot.
Motley, a right elbow jumper. Adrienne Motley, it doesn't matter where she is on the floor. That's a huge jumper and a timeout called by Muffin McGraw. The lead now back to 13.
Well, and that's probably this could potentially be their first ACC loss they would experience after joining the league.
Yeah, Notre Dame coming over. Along with Louisville, it's hard to keep up with who's moving where. I mean, you have teams going all over the place. We do know Notre Dame's in the ACC. That's a great conference battle here tonight. Brianna Turner, great battle. That shot blocked by Jassini Williams. Turner tried to go up, missed the second time around, and Miami pulls it down.
And Turner going up against equally as athletic post players is something she's not quite used to in the games she's played so far, except for maybe the UCLA game. Miami's
built around defense, no doubt about it. Second best in the ACC, giving up 55 points a game. Now we have a whistle away from the ball, but yeah, here you mentioned 2 athletic post players going at it, but we talked about it all night. Turner just not used to the speed and agility of Miami's.
Doing a good job of staying with her shot, but I mean she's getting a lot of physical play, and as a freshman, she's spending a lot of time with the strength and conditioning staff. You have a lot to learn on the court as a freshman, but you also have to build your body up. This is a different game that's being played in the collegiate level than what you're playing in high school.
Yeah, strength and conditioning. I mean, it's it's its own department. It's its own animal at the collegiate level, and in every sport they're going to try and get you stronger. By the way, the Miami foul shooting 1 of 7 in the second half. And Jassini Williams, another block. Here's put together some huge rejections here in the second half. That's the team's 7th block total. Jassini Williams, that's her 3rd block here in the second half. Westbel turned right into that.
It's just great position defense right there and good timing on the block.
Jewel Lloyd, foul line J, it's good.
And Jewel's one of those players it's tough to block because she has that little fade at the end of her shot that makes it really tough to get a piece off.
Great hang time and just a kind of a fadeaway at the end makes it difficult. Quevedo drive and score. Wow. How about that for Laura Quevedo?
Wow, and if that's on Turner, that would be her 4th foul.
Quevedo, scores 6 points and grabs 5 boards a game. She's perimeter based, but hey, that was a beautiful take there from Laura Quevedo on a chance for a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
And Quevedo really being patient in the offense. I mean, she's not forcing shots. She hit that huge three earlier in the second half, and now just picking her moments when she wants to attack.
Muffin McGraw standing there at the end of the bench. Not been happy glances tonight. Oh, a little high pass there around the basket. Brianna Turner finished it. Nicely done. They have looked for Brianna Turner virtually the entire second half. Notre Dame down a dozen. Still enough time. 4 minutes to go. There's a long three. That one rims off. A little bit short. Yeah, looks like that was off Miami, and it was. Well, Miami trying to hold off Notre Dame to pull a big upset here in Coral Gables. It's Miami up by 12. Basketball and the 61-game win streak against unranked opponents. Hard to believe Miami's unranked. Something you said to me at halftime off air, which I 100% agreement with you. But look at all these 18-game ACC win streak. All those numbers could go adios here in about 3:45.
And I think that a lot of coaches are going to look at this game and realize just how talented this Miami team is. Miami falling back into a kind of 2-3 zone here.
And they're also blocking the paint a little bit more to prevent Brianna Turner from getting a good look. Nice job by Quevedo and Chastity Williams inside. Notre Dame
0 for 8 from the three-point line. So it's kind of safe to get into that zone, pack the paint, take away the only offense that has been scoring in the second half, and that's Jewel and Turner.
Yeah, Notre Dame 0 of 8 from downtown. That was going to be a hard formula to win by tonight. 37 minutes into this game, haven't hit a three. 5 on the shot clock. Motley, right side jumper, rims out, no good. And a skied rebound there by Brianna Turner. Motley, by the way, new career high of 29. There's a far wing three. It's good for Jewel Lloyd. From the left side, that makes it a 9-point game now.
The first three-pointer for Notre Dame this game.
There it is.
Notre Dame falling into a little triangle and 2 defensive look here, trying to take away their 2 scores.
Notre Dame could have hit a few more earlier in the game. This thing could be even more of a nail biter. If you're a Hurricanes fan, you're biting your nails because this could be. This was unexpected, probably coming into tonight for a Miami fan. You hope, but you don't maybe realize if you can pull it off. Because Miami traveled there. And there's the last win over Notre Dame. It's been a long time. 2003. And I believe the Irish, 7-1 in Coral Gables, so they've had a good time here coming into the land of the heat. And a Chastity Williams block, and Miami, will they slow it down and press it? Oh, a stop and go, McGuire scores. And I think we're going to have a timeout by Muffin McGraw.
Timeout on the floor.
On the perimeter, and so like I said, Westfield thinks she's open. Instead of taking that jumper, probably not feeling in rhythm right now, she attacks the basket, and then, there's multiple bigs down there ready to block her shot.
Yeah, it's like sending them into the land of the giants down there in the paint, and makes it awfully difficult. 2 minutes to go, down 11. Crazier things have happened. Bigger deficits have been closed out, but another block by Chastity Williams. That's the number 9 on the team. Westbelt fouls her after the block. And I think you're seeing the athletic bigs giving Notre Dame a hard time.
I think it's the athleticism on Miami's team and just a little bit of youth on Notre Dame's team right there. Westfield probably needs to recognize, hey, the last 3 times I've tried to make this move, that same result has happened. So maybe work the offense, try to get somebody else involved, continue to look for that high-low pass with Turner.
A big free throw here by Chastity Williams. She gets it. Chastity is Katie Myers' kind of player. She scores 5 points a game. But she came in with 23 blocks, 23 steals, 6 rebounds a game, more offensive boards than defensive. Just one of those gritty players that doesn't mind doing the dirty stuff. And at the end of the day, to really cap off what she did last year, Chastity Williams finished 4th in the ACC with 57 blocks, and she's carried that over and is on pace for more than that.
When you're facing a shot blocker, you gotta fake them, you gotta get them off their feet, and then attack.
Jewel Lloyd, an off-balance runner. No. The battle for the rebound. Who wants it? Turner's got it inside. Looked like she was fouled. Oh, this time she is. A lot of contact in there. And finally, Brianna Turner, who is so tall inside, will be at the line for 2.
A great job staying with the offensive rebound. Jewel trying to force the layup there, but Turner just sticking with it. Continuing to jump. A lot of athleticism there. And Turner finally gets to the free throw line.
How about this line for Chastity Williams? So we just got an updated number. 6 points, 7 blocks, 8 rebounds. as Brianna Turner with the miss there. 7 blocks and 8 boards. I mean, that's the yeoman's job tonight. By the way, Brianna Turner's 11 second-half points for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame going to have to pick up full court right now with 1:33 to go.
74-60, Miami up 14. They had a 22-point lead. They got down to 6. And now they've been able to extend it. Notre Dame well underneath their scoring average. They come in averaging 85 a pop. They're down to 61. Motley has been quiet here in the last few minutes. Short rim net runner. Here's Jewel Lloyd. And aerial pass for Brianna Turner. She's fouled. She'll have another couple of shots.
That's a fast break you don't see too much in women's college basketball. It's just a outlet pass and then just lob it to the rim for Turner to connect with.
But it's getting to the point now, though, where you're going to have to start making some three-point shots. You have, 70 seconds left. Exchanging a free throw here and there is not going to get you back in this. Maybe earlier in the game it would, but Brianna Turner misses another one. You're going to have to start seeing some threes being made if you're Notre Dame.
And you're going to have to get some steals at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, Miami isn't shooting the ball well from the free throw line, so you have that going for you if you're an Irish fan, but you got to get some steals and some quick scores. And
Turner misses a pair. That's a big miss right there. She missed them both, and Saray McGuire pulled down the rebound. Foul on Michael Johnson, her third.
At the line, Saray McGuire.
Miami holds their opponents at 55 points a game. Right now they're at 61 for Notre Dame, so this is pretty much in Miami territory, and I think that they would have lived with this number tonight in a big way.
Yeah, sure, Coach Myers is pretty happy with the numbers that are on the scoreboard right now.
Miami 50% at the line. And Coach Meyer, in 10 years, what she has done with this program is remarkable. They were a doormat. They were irrelevant in this town, and now they have a lot of following. They're ACC champs a couple years ago, 5 straight postseasons, and it's probably going to be 6 again. Katie Meyer's done a heck of a job. 1 minute to go. There's a long three by Michael Johnson. It's short, and the ball goes back to Notre Dame. After that 50-50, it'll be a timeout now on the floor. Miami, they had a rousing Sunday when Katie
conference last year. But this is a learning experience for the Irish. They're young. They have new players playing in different positions, players playing different roles, and they're going to learn a lot from this game.
It's a 14-point lead for Miami. The Hurricanes undoubtedly will learn a lot about themselves after tonight, should they hold on. There's an awkward three that just got glass, and it looks like Miami will get this done. This is going to be a huge win for the Hurricanes.
It's tough for the seniors on this Irish team going to 3 straight Final Fours. You kind of take it for granted. You don't realize how hard it is to do what they've done. And as a coaching staff, going to 4 straight Final Fours is a tremendous feat. And these young players are learning a lot on the go. There's a lot of pressure coming into this situation. But great job by Miami for coming here. They're continuing to get better. I mean, I just love the way they move the ball. They're unselfish. And Motley is playing at a really high level. And Katie, what can you say about her coaching staff?
And the pair of free throws split by Motley. The last time Miami beat a top 5 opponent, February 28, 2013 against Duke. They beat the Blue Devils by 4, and that was also a 4th-ranked Duke team. So it's been almost 2 years, but they're going to get another top 5 win after Lindsey Allen put that bucket through. It's a 13-point lead.
I'm guessing Motley's going to get a lot of attention in the ACC defensively this season.
Yeah, I have a feeling she may be player of the week after this one. And with Chastity Williams putting up, 7 blocks. Well, the last time a UN player had 5 blocks or more was Chastity Williams back on December 29th. Of 2013.
Great job by everyone kind of playing their role for the Hurricanes. And Motley obviously taking a lot of the scoring load, but everyone coming in, being unselfish, ready to knock down the shot when they need to, everyone attacking the basket, being willing to kick out to their open teammate. Miami's just played a really good 40-minute game here.
And there's a free throw by Adrian Motley. She finishes with 32 points. A new career high, 13 of 19 from the field. She was phenomenal tonight, and you need your best player to come through in games like this. They are going to pull the upset against fourth-ranked Notre Dame.
Notre Dame trying to get something open from the three, but Miami doing a great job of continuing to pressure their defense all the way to the end of this game.
Yeah, pressure defense has been what it's all about. I mean, they have not let Notre Dame breathe tonight. There were a couple of pockets there in the second half where the Irish were starting to feed Turner inside and kind of get something going that way. But as far as collectively as a unit, just never were in sync tonight. Joel Lloyd, a turnaround three-pointer, no good. Pulled down by Miami. And now they can just hold on to the basketball for a 78-63 win. What a job by Katie Meyer and this staff. This will be the largest margin of victory they've had over Notre Dame, albeit just 4 times now. But either way, that's a great job. And two coaches that respect each other a lot there shake hands. Miami 10-1 the last 11 games.